KNX News Time, 7:58.
Here's Christina Griega with a look at the freeways.
CHP is running a traffic brake to clear a chair from lanes on the Garden Grove Freeway, eastbound side of the 22 before Brookers. It was in the left lane. They're just going to stop lanes temporarily, get that debris out of your way, and reopen up the freeway. So in case you're stuck, that's what's going on there. Let's go back to the 91 freeway in the Santa Ana Canyon. Here's Larry Barajas.
And still a very slow ride here for the westbound side of the 91, especially heading through Corona with the slowing starting right at the 15. Stay slow over towards Coal Canyon. Chris?
Steve Cusack over the west end of the San Fernando Valley.
Looking now at the 101, the westbound side gets heavy there a little before Winnetka. From there, it's pretty sluggish, really, out through the Calabasas area. 101 eastbound now, not too many delays coming down from the Woodland Hills area now, Chris.
In Burbank, though, on the eastbound Ventura, east 134, right past Forest Lawn, reports of a right shoulder injury collision. And a reminder that in Camarillo, there's an overturned big rig on the Camarillo Springs Road on-ramp to the northbound Ventura Freeway. It's traffic on KNX.
Morning low clouds clearing to the coast by the afternoon. 80s around L.A. today, in the upper 80s to mid-90s in the valleys. Nighttime lows near 60, 80s and 90s again tomorrow.
Long Beach will see a high of 79, Burbank 89, 60 degrees in Hollywood. You're listening to KNX 1070, Los Angeles.
All you need to know, KNX 1070 News Radio.
The time for Lexus is exactly 8 o'clock.
CBS News, I'm Christopher Glenn. D.C. area sniper suspect John Muhammad is back in a Virginia courtroom this morning. His lawyer, CBS News correspondent Dan Raviv, apparently don't even want to try to seat an impartial jury.
They contend it's not possible with all that media coverage last October when 10 people in the Washington, D.C. area were murdered. This is a rare request, and the judge would generally want the prosecutors in Manassas, Virginia, to agree. But what Muhammad's lawyers are asking is that the judge hear the case, what's called a bench trial with no jury. And if the judge says no, the defense attorneys want the trial moved out of the area. A change of venue also requested by lawyers for the other alleged sniper, Lee Malvo. Both could face the death penalty. Reporting live, Dan Raviv, CBS News.
Fans and filmdom mourn the death of Katharine Hepburn at age 96.
I know you, Henry. I know every twist and bend you've got, and I'll be waiting around each corner for you.
The great star as Eleanor of Aquitaine in A Lion in Winter. She was cast opposite John Barrymore in her very first film, a huge leg up for a newcomer, but later suffered a string of weak roles in weaker movies. KNX Entertainment editor Tom Hatton.
Katharine Hepburn was, without a doubt, one of the greats with a career really unlike that of any other American film actress, not only because of 4 Oscars, a record, but because of the fact that 2 of those Oscars came 30 years after she had been declared so-called box office poison.
But then, what a filmography. 9 films with the love of her life, Spencer Tracy, and The African Queen, The Death Set, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, On Golden Pond. The list seems endless, and Hollywood's the poorer for her passing. Katharine Hepburn, dead at 96. The Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade claiming responsibility for a West Bank shooting that left a Romanian construction worker dead. The incident mars the first day of the temporary truce between Israel and Muslim militant groups. Day 2 of Operation Sidewinder in central Iraq, north and east of Baghdad. The U.S. command says the sweep has already resulted in the roundup of more than 60 insurgents. Political stakes are high in California, just hours away from missing the budget-making deadline. CBS News correspondent Steve Futterman reports from Los Angeles.
The state's in a mess. There's a $38 billion deficit. Governor Gray Davis faces a possible recall election. And unless Democrat and Republican lawmakers can suddenly reach an agreement, as of tomorrow, California will be without a budget. Economist Jack Kaiser says the rest of the nation should be concerned.
When the California economy is dragging, that's going to make it harder for the U.S. economy to gain traction.
The state controller warns if there's no agreement by the middle of August, California will have no money. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Taking a look at the early action on Wall Street, the Dow Industrial's up 1.5 now. The NASDAQ Composite is up 3.5 points. This is CBS News.
Money, money, money. Money, money. Ask yourself 3 questions. Do you have the money to buy the things you need? Do you have as much fun as you would like? Are you satisfied with how well you provide your family and loved ones? If your answer to any question is no, refinance your home now. Remington Mortgage can help you get the money you need. Purchase or refinance. Remington Mortgage offers the best home loan packages. Combine your first and second and get money. Consolidate high-interest credit card debt and get money. Remodel the kitchen and get money. Send your kids to college. You will need money. Call Remington Mortgage now. 1-800-785-5518. 1-800-785-5518. Remington Mortgage. 1-800-785-5518. Good credit, bad credit. Yes, I said good credit or bad credit. Remington Mortgage can help.
Some restrictions do apply, including minimum loan amounts or deposits on purchases.
Call Remington Mortgage now. 1-800-785-5518. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Money, 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 money.
School bells ring in China's capital after a long, long mandated recess. Reporter Jeff Gibson is there.
Listening to the Chinese national anthem, about 1 million Beijing students resume classes today. SARS shut down schools here for the last 2.5 months. Now that the World Health Organization has issued the all clear, youngsters are hitting the books again. Officials aren't taking any chances, though. Classes began not with roll call, but with temperature taking to make sure that everyone was healthy. Jeff Gibson for CBS News, Beijing.
For all his powers, the Hulk proved a pushover for the Angels at the box office this weekend. Charlie's Angels Full Throttle took in $38 million in its debut. Hulk fell down to number 2, dropping 70% from its opening last week to earn just $18.4 million. Finding Nemo is third and still on track to pass The Matrix Reloaded to become the biggest money-making movie of the year. I'm Christopher Glenn, CBS News.
Good morning. I'm Linda Nunez.
I'm Tom Hewell, KNX 1070 News Radio.
60 degrees here in Hollywood on a sunny Monday, June 30th.
Here are the headlines at 8:05.
This Frank Motak. State lawmakers still haven't come up with a new state budget. Amid predictions, we're going to see a financial train wreck this week.
Air quality officials are set to begin implementing a new law they hope will reduce pollution at Southland ports.
I'm Diane Thompson. Rap mogul Suge Knight is back in jail again, this time on a parole violation.
Health experts express concern about an increase in eating disorders among young Hispanic women in the United States.
These stories coming up along with sports from Chuck Madden.
Andre Agassi has dropped the first set to Mark Philippoussis at Wimbledon. We'll have an update at 8:15.
This is Randy Riddle at the business desk. The Dow is up 9 points. The Nasdaq up 4. Krispy Kreme Donuts has risen to another 52-week high. Business news on KNX at 8:20.
KNX News Time, 8:06.
Traffic and weather together on KNX. Here's Christina Griego.
Good morning. Beginning with the drive on the 110 freeway in and out of downtown Los Angeles. Very heavy traffic on both sides of the 110. Now, there was a stall in South LA, South 110 at Century Boulevard in the left lane. That finally cleared, but it left a big backup pretty much out of Elysian Park into South LA, South 110 Harbor Freeway. If you're on the 605, you'll find that slow, leaving Rose Hills as you make your way down towards the I-5 merge. An earlier problem in Cerritos cleared, East 91 near Bloomfield, but the traffic's not forgotten. Still slow from the 710 into Cerritos on the East 91. The westbound commute is crowded from Carmenita towards the 605 freeway as well. The San Fernando Valley, here's Megan Reyes.
I got you on the Golden State Freeway, southbound side of the 5. Still some reduced speeds coming down the hill from the Newhall Pass. South 5 is going to stay slow through Pacoima, but it picks up just beyond there. Chris?
A wreck in Burbank on the East 134 past Forest Lawn and Larry Barajas over Rolling Heights.
Yeah, the westbound side of the 60 looks like the slowing starting right at Azusa will stay slow through the 605. Chris?
And that's traffic on KNX.
We'll start off this morning with some low clouds, also areas of fog. Otherwise, some sunshine heading into the afternoon. Highs ranging from about 70 to 80 along the coast and mid-80s to mid-90s heading farther inland. Clear this evening. Low clouds and fog again late tonight. Lows in the low to mid-60s and then clearing into tomorrow afternoon. A high near 70 to 80 at the coast and 80s to mid-90s inland. I'm meteorologist Jeff Marr, KNX 1070.
KNX News Time, 8:07. California state budget deadlock continues with a key deadline just hours away.
The state is set to start its new fiscal year at midnight tonight, and there's no spending plan in place. California is facing a record $38.2 billion deficit and is operating for the first time completely on borrowed money. Democratic Assemblywoman Jenny Oropesa is chair of the State Assembly Budget Committee, and she tells KNX if the budget battle is not resolved, people are going to start feeling the pain.
Programs that rely on month-to-month checks from the state government, like child care programs and programs that support the developmentally disabled citizens of our state, will not get their checks. Community colleges won't get funded. We will see some serious impacts come the beginning of the new fiscal year.
Republican Assemblyman John Campbell is vice chair of the Assembly Budget Committee, and he agrees the situation is serious.
There is no budget. Bad things will start to happen in terms of people who don't get paid, et cetera, state running out of cash, unable to borrow.
Democrats want to solve the budget gap through a combination of spending cuts and tax hikes. Republicans say they will not agree to any new tax increases. Frank Motak, KNX 1070.
The South Coast Air Quality Management District is about to start enforcing a new law aimed at reducing air pollution at California ports. The measure generally bars marine terminal operators from letting truck drivers keep their engines idling for more than a half hour during deliveries or pickups. It was originally set to take effect January 1st, but terminal operators said they needed more time to set up new truck delivery schedules. So they were given a 6-month extension, which ends tomorrow. And the Long Beach Press-Telegram says that's when the AQMD will begin issuing citations, carrying fines of $250 per violation.
KNX News Time, 8:09. More legal trouble for rap mogul Suge Knight.
The 37-year-old founder of Death Row Records is back behind bars, booked at the L.A. County Men's Central Jail over the weekend on a parole violation. This is the second time in less than a year that Knight has been arrested for allegedly violating his parole. He's being held without bail pending a court hearing. Knight completed 61 days in jail earlier this year after a state prison board found he'd associated with a known gang member, which is a violation of his parole. Knight's attorney, Robin Yanes, tells the L.A. Times he has not received any information from law enforcement officials about his client's arrest. Reporting live, Diane Thompson, KNX 1070.
Medical researchers and mental health professionals say growing numbers of young Latin women in this country are being treated for eating disorders.
Anorexia nervosa and bulimia are no longer conditions which only affect mainstream middle-class women, according to authorities. Latinas are the newest sufferers.
Well, it's on the rise. So, I mean, to the extent of, is it at the level as the Anglo culture here? It's not quite there, but it is growing more. And with each new generation, we see that those problems are increasing. So it's on the rise.
Alma Avila is a professor specializing in Latina health issues. She tells KNX young women are getting distorted messages about, presumably, what they should look like.
Part of the problem is this because of how media portrays women, and that they should be thin and they should be, have a certain look.
A look that is actually a fantasy ideal, says Avila, a look that doesn't really exist. And she says that's particularly the case for Latinas. She says the first step is for young Latinas to have a healthy, realistic view of themselves from head to toe. Luis Torres, KNX 1070.
KNX News Time, 8:11.
Oh, she looks beautiful.
Stunning.
Hey, what's that piece of string around her finger?
Could it be a reminder of a past love?
Oh, no.
Do you think he's here?
Well, look for a man with a string on his finger.
Oh, the poor Chrome.
Actually, she's just reminding herself that the Mercedes-Benz summer event is going on right now. From now until July 31st, qualified customers can get 2.9% APR financing for 36 months on all new 2003 C-Class models.
I've got the world on a string, sitting on the rainbow.
Just $29.04 per month per 1,000 financed if you take delivery by July 31st, 2003. It's an event worth remembering. The Mercedes-Benz summer event. Occasion unlike any other.
Availability and credit approval through MB Credit only.
Mercedes-Benz has 24 exciting C-Class models, all available now. Test drive the C-Class of your dreams today at a Mercedes-Benz dealer, or see them on the World Wide Web at www.mbsocal.com.
KNX News Time, 8:12.
Traffic updates every 6 minutes on KNX, and this one's sponsored by Cal Direct Home Loans. Here's Christina Griego.
In North Long Beach on the eastbound 91 freeway before Paramount Boulevard, there was an accident here. It looks like it's out of lanes to the shoulder, but there's debris in the number 3 lane, so if you can, steer clear that debris eastbound on the 91. Traffic on the 91 will stay slow into Cerritos, however, due to an earlier wreck which cleared. A surface street wreck in Hacienda Heights you need to know about if you're there. Apparently this is a crash with injuries at the intersection of Hacienda Boulevard and Colima Road, and a lot of people use Colima Road as an alternate to the 60 freeway, so you may just want to avoid that. Let's go to Megan. She's over a problem in Burbank.
Yeah, it was an accident on the Ventura Freeway, 134 eastbound at Forest Lawn. It's now off to the right shoulder, but it's still got you on the brakes, though, coming away from about Cahuenga here, east on the Ventura Freeway. Chris?
And, on the 22 freeway in Garden Grove eastbound, right before Brookers, there was some debris in lanes. It looks like that finally cleared, but traffic stays slow to the Orange Crush eastbound Garden Grove Freeway. That's traffic on KNX.
Sunshine, 70s at the beaches today, the 80s inland around the LA Civic Center, upper 80s to mid-90s in the valleys.
60 degrees in Hollywood.
KNX News Time, 8:13.
What do you want from a mortgage lender? The best rate and fees? A guarantee to close your loan quickly? Then call CalDirect Home Loans right now at 1-800-CalDirect. That's 1-800-CalDirect. Or visit our website at caldirect.com. We'll help you apply for a new mortgage or refinance your old mortgage and cash out some equity. We guarantee the best rate and fees, and we guarantee to close your loan in 25 days. So be direct. Go direct. Buy direct at CalDirect Home Loans. For today's low fixed rate, plus our best rate and fees and quick closing guarantee, call 1-800-CalDirect. That's 1-800-CalDirect. Or visit caldirect.com right now. Great rates without the wait. Guaranteed. CalDirect is licensed by the California Department of Corporations under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Terms and conditions apply to rate, fees, and closing time guarantees. Subject to underwriting approval. Equal housing opportunity. Call 1-800-CalDirect or go to www.caldirect.com for details on CalDirect guarantees. Offer expires 12/31/03.
Hey, beep, beep. Remember me? It's your car.
My car?
Yeah, don't take your eyes off the road. Just listen.
Okay.
If you call 1-800-355-WISH and donate me to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, you not only get me out of your hair, you'll also pick up a tax deduction for my full fair market value.
That's great.
So, are you going to call 1-800-355-WISH and donate me to Make-A-Wish Foundation?
Hey, I've got no problem with that.
Great. That's all I needed to hear.
Donate your car today to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Call 1-800-355-WISH.
A paid announcement. Check with your tax advisor.
KNX News Time, 8:15.
Interleague play has ended for the season. Here's Chuck Madden.
Angels certainly enjoyed their latest round. They completed a 3-game sweep by beating the Dodgers in 3 games this weekend at Edison, winning the finale yesterday 3-1. And the Angels getting the sweep even though they scored only 3 runs in each of the 3 games. That's because the Dodgers scored a total of 2 runs in the 3-game set. And Dodger fans for the next 3 months better get used to hearing manager Jim Tracy saying this.
I think it just simply boils down to this. We did not hit enough again today to win the game.
Dodgers have the day off today. Tomorrow they get together with the Padres at Dodger Stadium for a 3-game series. Angels begin a 4-game series tonight at Edison against the Texas Rangers. Angels are 11.5 back of first place Seattle, 5.5 back of Oakland, 6.5 back of the Red Sox in the wild card race. The Dodgers 3 games behind the Giants. And by the way, at Edison tonight, the starters will be John Thompson and Ramon Ortiz. Ortiz trying to become the first Angel since Chuck Finley to win 6 games in 1 month. Update on 4th-round action at Wimbledon. Now, we've had a couple of rain delays already today, and we'll probably have more rain delays later in the day. But right now, in the 4th round, Andre Agassi dropped the first set to Mark Philippoussis, but Agassi leads 3-1 in set number 2. American Andy Roddick, the 5th seed, took the first set from Peridon Shishivan, but Shishivan is leading 4-2 in set number 2. Now, on the ladies' side, Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Kim Clijsters, Lindsay Davenport, and Jennifer Capriati all racing through their matches today to score straight set wins to get into the quarterfinals. Justine Eden-Arden, the 3rd seed, took the first set from Mary Pierce, 2nd set just underway. Sports 15-45. Chuck Madden, KNX 1070.
5-point gain for the Dow. We'll check business with Randy Riddle as we continue.
But ahead of that, Christina Griego will update the freeways. KNX News Time, 8:17.
It's the time of year for entertaining. Unless your lemonade looks more like cider from all that rust. Face it, you need a copper repipe from Arnola Repiping. This is Jim Thornton, morning traffic man here on KNX. Okay, we didn't have brown lemonade, but before Arnola repiped our house, we did have low water pressure, faucet aerators that kept stopping up, and yes, visible rust flakes in our tap water. If you have steel, call Arnola. Here's their number, 1-800-700-7800. They'll come out for a free detailed estimate. They also have a great website, arnolarepiping.com. I was impressed by how Arnola's specialized crew members work so neatly and quickly together, all with a lifetime guarantee. Call family-owned and operated Arnola Repiping for crystal clear craftsmanship. 1-800-700-7800. That's 1-800-700-7800. State Contractors License 613682.
When you run a successful small business, chances are you're competitive about everything from beating last month's sales to winning the local golf tournament. Well, here's proof that you're not the only one that's competitive. Introducing SBC Business Unlimited. Now get unlimited local, toll, and nationwide long distance for a flat low rate of just $58.99 per month for the first line. That includes your basic phone line, plus some of our most popular calling features. Additional lines are just $43.99 each. SBC Business Unlimited for just $58.99 per month. Our most competitive price ever. Call 1-800-761-2020 or visit sbc.com. Quick, before the other guys do. Seeing small business differently. SBC.
For 1 to 5 line business customers, long distance offered and priced by SBC Long Distance. 1-year term and eligible SBC California local plan included and required. Early termination fee may apply. Direct dial calls only. Offer excludes certain uses. Taxes, fees, installation, extended area, and universal service charges extra. Credit restrictions apply.
KNX News Time, 8:18.
Traffic and weather together on KNX 1070. Here's Here's Christina Griego.
Beginning with the traffic on the Ventura Freeway, there's still some slow traffic on the westbound 101 near Laurel Canyon, and then further west, traffic will load up pretty heavily right around Van Nuys Boulevard. From that point, it'll stay slow all the way into Woodland Hills. But we now have reports of a wreck on the West 101 right near White Oak. Looks like they're blocking the number 4 lane, so one of the right lanes blocked there. Eastbound 101, that'll be slow. From at least, I'd say, DeSoto. From DeSoto, it's going to be crowded all the way into Studio City. In Norwalk, heavy traffic leaving Norwalk into L.A. County. From around Rosecrans, it's going to stay slow and go all the way to the East L.A. interchange. To the Hollywood Freeway, here's Larry Barajas.
Looks like a little reduced speeds as you come down through the Cahuenga Pass, but the real slowing starts south of there from Sunset as you head toward downtown. Chris?
Meanwhile, Megan Reyes over the Foothill Freeway.
And a lot of traffic on that Foothill Freeway for the 210 freeway westbound leaving Glendora. Reduced speeds continue out beyond the 605 into Pasadena. Chris?
And a wreck in Palms on the West 10 past Robertson. That's traffic on KNX.
Hazy sunshine this afternoon. Highs low 70s at the beaches, the low 80s around the LA Civic Center, and the 80s to mid 90s in the valleys.
Mount Wilson will see a high of 87. Newhall 94, and Miramar tops out at 76. Right now in Hollywood 61. Traffic and weather together on KNX.
Fruit 2-0, the only zero-calorie full-flavored spring water in life that is guaranteed more flavor than soda, not 1 calorie. Find Fruit 2-0 and the guarantee at Albertsons, Ralph's, or Vons.
KNX News Time at 8:20.
Now let's get another look at business news.
Randy Riddle's Business Report, sponsored by your Southern California Ford dealers. Randy?
Linda, the overall market is closing just above the break-even mark on this last day of the second quarter. It's been a very profitable quarter for people owning stocks. The Dow is up about 12% since the quarter ending in March. The S&P up 15%, the NASDAQ up 21%. Today, though, the Dow up just 18 points at 9,008. The S&P 500 up 1 point at 978. The NASDAQ Composite up 7 points at 1632. Winners and losers are running just about dead even on the big board and on the NASDAQ. Big board volume, 389 million shares. The Russell 2000 Small Cap Index is down half a point. Smith Barney has downgraded National Semiconductor from outperform to in line, and National Semi is down 30 cents to 1974. Shares of Krispy Kreme donuts are moving higher for the 5th day in a row, up 95 cents to a 52-week high of 41.05, a gain of 2.5%. The benchmark 10-year Treasury note is up 6/32. The yield 3.52%. August light crude oil up 63 cents to $29.80 a barrel. August gold up $2.30 to $347.80 an ounce. Again, the Dow is up 15 points. NASDAQ up 6. Live from the business desk, I'm Randy Riddle, KNX 1070.
Today on the KNX Business Hour, it's the final day of the quarter, and with stocks up about 20%, can this continue? Our mid-year roundtable continues. Plus, this week, Ben Stein will be our special guest and more, starting at 1:05 when the markets close on KNX 1070.
Could soon be party time in Moore Park as Ventura County's youngest city celebrates the start of its 3rd decade. Moore Park was incorporated July 1st, 1983. That makes tomorrow its actual 20th anniversary, but the official festivities won't begin until Wednesday, when the City Council holds a special reception. Then on Thursday, the city will hold its traditional July 3rd celebration at Arroyo Vista Park with a program featuring fireworks, music, and celebrity MC Ed McMahon. Moore Park continues to be one of Ventura County's fastest-growing cities, taking pride in a lower crime rate and higher median income than its larger and older neighbors, Thousand Oaks and Simi Valley.
KNX News Time, 8:22.
Ford announces a very special program for all our military men and women, active or retired. For a limited time, Ford is offering $750 bonus cash, good toward the purchase or lease of a new Ford car, truck, or SUV. And this is on top of any other Ford general public offer. For example, get 0% for 5 years, plus $750 on the Ford Focus, Explorer, Explorer Sport, Expedition, Excursion, Windstar, Ranger, even the F-150 regular and Super Cab. $750 bonus cash on top of any other offer to show our appreciation to all the military men and women who've made us proud. See your Ford dealer today.
Offer valid for active or retired military personnel who are residents of the U.S. Offer excludes SVT, Mach 1, Harley 03 Thunderbird diesel models and private offers. Not all buyers will qualify for 60-month Ford credit 0% APR financing at $1,667 per month for $1,000 finance with 10% down. Take new retail delivery from dealer stock by 7903. See dealer for complete details.
Do you thrive on a challenge? Then consider earning your executive MBA at Pepperdine University's Graziadio School of Business and Management. U.S. News and World Report ranks Pepperdine's executive MBA among the top 25 in the nation. And Business Week ranks the program number 11 in the world. Pepperdine's executive MBA is the perfect complement to your professional and personal life. Small classes designed for experienced managers meet every 3rd weekend for 20 months. You will work with world-class faculty, and you can apply your learning right away to generate measurable results. If you're planning to earn your executive MBA, apply to Pepperdine's top-rated program. Pepperdine has a 30-year tradition of educating executives. Candidates for our September 2003 class are now being selected. For more information, call Pepperdine today at 1-800-766-5062. That's 1-800-766-5062.
KNX News Time, 8:24.
Christina Griego takes a look at Southland freeways.
Heavy traffic on the Ventura Freeway leaving Studio City all the way into Encino as you make your way actually past Encino into Woodland Hills. Plus, there was an accident on the westbound 101 near White Oak, clearing out a lane to the shoulder. That's just sort of adding to what was already a slow ride. Eastbound 101, that's crowded from DeSoto all the way towards the 405. And more traffic approaching Laurel Canyon, and then again, more traffic all the way towards Forest Lawn east on the 134 freeway. Elsewhere, we've got Larry over the 405 in San Fernando Valley.
Looking at the right southbound 405 as you leave the San Fernando Valley, you will find the usual reduced speeds through the north part of the valley. Heading into the Sepulveda Pass, looks like the slowing there starting right around Burbank Boulevard. Chris?
Hearing of a fender bender on the eastbound 10 Santa Monica Freeway before Vermont. Looks like the number 3 lane is blocked. That's traffic on KNX.
The Osgood File, sponsored in part by WebEx. I'm Charles Osgood. Last week, there was yet another study casting doubt on hormone replacement therapy to combat menopausal symptoms, suggesting that HRT not only stimulates the development of breast cancer, but also makes detection more difficult. Women by the millions had hoped that hormone therapy would help them keep a youthful appearance. It's an old story, says Barbara Seaman.
We're always looking for a fountain of youth. If you go back into Greek mythology, you find the search for a fountain of youth. And so women were told, well, here it is, baby.
Seaman is author of the forthcoming book, The Greatest Experiment Ever Performed on Women. More after this for WebEx. Successful business has always been about people connecting, working with one another to make things happen. Time and distance were once barriers, but not now. More than 8,000 corporations use the services of WebEx. No matter how many people need to connect, no matter where in the world they are, web conferencing with WebEx can bring them together online with secure data, voice, and video communication to learn, inform, question, and even inspire one another. To make things happen in your business, go to webex.com for a personal guided tour of WebEx services. Call 1-877-GO-WebEx.
You've got that home improvement look in your eye. What are you planning? Something that will make our skin softer, cleaning easier, laundry brighter, and our drinking water taste better than ever.
In one weekend?
In one phone call. Hey, Culligan Man.
For a limited time, your Culligan Man is offering both a water softener and drinking water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. So trust the water experts. Visit Culligan.com or call your local Culligan Man today and say,
Hey, Culligan Man.
Dealer participation may vary. Visit Culligan.com for details. Expires August 31st.
Hope springs eternal, they say. Well, it's not eternal. The hope that hormone replacement therapy would keep a woman looking young has lasted a long time, longer than it should have, says Barbara Seaman.
It took 60 years, exactly 60 years before we found out that it didn't have all these fountain of youth benefits, that it had the opposite effect.
Now, many doctors are telling women, sorry, but it seems we were wrong.
A woman should only consider taking it if she's having really horrible hot flashes, which actually most women don't have.
About half the women who've been taking the HRT drugs have stopped.
The doctor says no hormones. Some say take hormones. Right now I'm trying natural.
Some are replacing hormone replacement therapy with humor replacement therapy. There's a show in New York, Menopause the Musical, with a different message for women.
That your body is changing, but you are moving on to something better.
Cast member Joy Lynn Matthews says audiences have a different attitude before the show.
A lot of them come in with the attitude of menopause is not funny.
And after.
They're ready to charge out there and take menopause head on. I may be going through menopause, baby, but just come toe-to-toe with me and I'll show you what a woman I really am.
Talk about the change.
Ladies, it's not the silent passage anymore. Ching, ching, ching.
The Osgood File. Charles Osgood on the CBS Radio Network.
One company, 3 exceptional certified pre-owned vehicle programs. That's what you'll get with the Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury certified pre-owned programs. All backed by Ford and delivering only the best to you. And right now, get APR financing as low as 4.9% on Taurus, Ranger, Mountaineer, Focus, Windstar, Explorer, Expedition, Town Car, LS, Navigator, Grand Marquis, and Sable. Not all buyers will qualify. Ford Credit Limited Term APR financing. Take delivery from dealer stock by September 30th, 2003. See dealer for details. For more information, visit FordPPO.com.
KNX News Time, 8:29.
Let's talk about grabbing life by the horns during the Dodge Summer Sales Drive. Got your attention? We're talking Dodge here, and grabbing life by the horns is the Dodge take on working hard and playing harder. Dodge has the cars, trucks, and SUVs that can get you where you're going no matter what your lifestyle. Whether you're into motorsports, extreme sports, rodeos, camping, boating, hiking, road tripping, whatever, Dodge could help you get where you want to go. Dodge does not do boring. What they do is bold, powerful, street smart. From the 500 horsepower Dodge bike Viper to the turbocharged SRT4. And there's Dodge Ram, Durango, and Dakota, all available with Magnum V8 engines. And guess what? The Hemi's back. The Hemi engine is now available in all Dodge Ram models. If you're looking for a reason to drive a new Dodge, here's a good one. The Dodge Summer Sales Drive. It's the biggest sales event of the season, and it's going on now at every Dodge dealer in town. You need to get to a dealer and let them prove they've got the best values in America. No hype, no spin, just the proof. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today.
All you need to know. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Good morning. It's 8:30, Monday, June 30th. I'm Tom Kuehl.
And Linda Nunez. You're tuned to KNX 1070, and these are the places where there's news.
Janine, the Palestinian ceasefire in the Middle East is challenged just a day after it was set with a deadly attack against an Israeli truck in the West Bank.
Fallujah, Iraq, a TV sound man embedded with U.S. troops is wounded in the latest attack against Americans.
Port Tejon, crews from L.A. and Kern counties team up to stop the spread of a 500-acre brush fire.
Hollywood tributes are paid. Stories are told the day after film pioneer Katharine Hepburn died.
These stories coming up, plus sports with Chuck Madden.
Americans Andre Agassi and Andy Roddick have split the first two sets of their fourth-round matches at Wimbledon. We'll have an update at 8:45.
This is Randy Riddle at the business desk. The Dow is down 1 point. The Nasdaq up 2 points. Online lender E-Loan has gained 4%. Business news on KNX at 8:50.
Traffic on KNX.
Here's Christina Griego.
In Downey, on the northbound side of the 5 freeway, the Santa Ana freeway, just past Paramount Boulevard, there was a 2-car collision there in the left lane. CHP arrived, moved everybody off the freeway, and that's why traffic was so slow. We couldn't figure it out. There was mystery slowing, but it is crowded from Rosecrans all the way into Downey, northbound side of the 5. Heavy traffic into Los Angeles on the west 60 from the 710 all the way towards the East LA interchange. Go to Larry looking at traffic on the Ventura Freeway.
Yeah, the accident on the westbound side of the 101 at White Oak is cleared out of lanes, but looks like your slowing is going to start coming out of Sherman Oaks, starting from Van Nuys Boulevard, and that will stay slow most of the way into Woodland Hills. Chris?
Meanwhile, you've got a lot of heavy traffic on the 10 freeway as you head into LA, approaching the 605 all the way towards the 710. The West 210 slow from the 605 all the way into Pasadena. Over the inland portion, though, of the 10 freeway, here's Megan Reyes.
Looks pretty good here in the Inland Empire for the westbound side of the 10 here. No slowing coming away from the 15 all the way out towards the Kellogg interchange, but the usual slowing there up ahead in West Covina. Chris?
And that's traffic on KNX.
Once we get past some low clouds and fog this morning, look for some sunshine through the afternoon. A high between 70 and 80 along the coast, mid-80s to mid-90s heading inland. Clear this evening, low clouds and fog overnight, lows in the low to mid-60s, and then clearing by tomorrow afternoon. A high again between 70 and 80 at the coast with 80s to mid-90s inland. I'm meteorologist Jeff Maher, KNX 1070.
KNX News Time, 8:32. Palestinian militants are immediately testing the new Middle East ceasefire. A group affiliated with President Yasser Arafat's Fatah movement claims responsibility for killing a foreign worker in an attack on a passing Israeli truck in the West Bank. CBS News correspondent Robert Berger tells KNX in a live interview from Jerusalem the gunmen were clearly targeting an Israeli, but the victim just happened to be a foreigner.
Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade is linked to one of the groups that declared a ceasefire, a suspension of attacks on Israelis yesterday. The local militia that carried out the attack said that it doesn't accept the truce. So we have a very serious situation now in which you supposedly have a truce, but you clearly have a lot of militia.